Welcome back to Movie Recaps. Today I will show you a drama, mystery, thriller film from 2009, titled The Box. Spoilers ahead. Watch out and take care. In July 1976, the NSA deputy director receives an incredibly important memorandum from NASA's Mars project, confirming they were able to resuscitate patient Arlington Stewart, who's been released from the burn unit and taken to an undisclosed location. Since then, the patient has constructed a device of unknown purpose and has been delivering it to private residences. 5 months later, in Virginia, Arthur and Norma Lewis are woken up at almost 6 a.m. by the doorbell. By the time Norma makes it to the door, she gets to see a black car leaving and finds a plain box at their porch. They decide to open it while having breakfast with their son Walter, and inside they find a wooden box with a button on it that can only be accessed through a key. There's also an envelope with a note that says Mr. Stewart will call them at 5 p.m., but they don't know anyone with that name. The family leaves for the day then. Walter goes to school, and Norma goes to her teaching job, where her student Charles asks her why she limps and to show them her foot. Seeing as she is being called out in front of the class, Norma takes off her boot and sock and shows everyone how deformed her foot is. Afterward, she's summoned by the school principal, who tells her they will no longer provide the faculty discount for her son's tuition as his nose starts bleeding. This news greatly distresses her, because her family is already living paycheck to paycheck. Arthur, meanwhile, goes to his job at NASA. After watching a press conference about what the spacecraft Viking 1 found on Mars, for which he designed the camera, he goes to the labs, where he continues to work on a prosthesis for Norma's foot. He's suddenly interrupted by one of his bosses, Norm Cahill, who brings him a letter with the results of his astronaut application. He's been rejected because he hasn't passed the psychological exam. Everyone thinks this is rather strange. When Norma returns home, she receives a visit from a man with the side of his face burned. It's Mr. Stewart, who is here to explain the purpose of the box. He hands her the key that opens the lid that covers the button and says that if Norma presses it, two things will happen. Someone in the